Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a review today on this 48 shade eyeshadow palette from Diamond Cosmetics. There's a website on there which I looked up, but I couldn't really find much out about this particular product or much else. I think their big thing is nail polishes, but this is an eyeshadow palette. It's a talc-free mineral eyeshadow palette. I got it as a gift, and it was featured in my holiday haul, so I don't really know how much it cost. But it's mineral eyeshadow, and it's blendable and smooth, and long-lasting color all day long, and supposedly can be used on all skin types. And as far as the status of whether this company tests on animals, I haven't been able to find out. But, this is what you get. It's about the size of a DVD. And basically, one's broken, I don't know how that happened. But you get these eyeshadows. And you also get these sponge tip applicators. There are 2 of them. I haven't used them. No mirror. But you probably aren't going to put this in your purse anyway, so that's not that big a deal. And for the most part, these are pretty shimmery. There are some that are shimmery than others, of course, or some that are borderline glittery. But like if you look at these 2, how the pink is more matte than the gold next to it. And also here there's some purples. There's a matte purple and a shimmery purple next to each other. But basically looking at this, nothing too extreme. They're all pretty neutral eye colors. I mean, there's some deep colors like this one and this one. And a little bit brighter, like that salmony pink. But for the most part, they're relatively neutral, so you should be able to wear it with a lot of things. And I have been using this kind of a lot. I have it on today. If you can see that, I used these 2 colors here. This one and this one. I haven't used every single shadow in this palette, but I have used most of them. And it's just very nice. Pretty good pigmentation, pretty buildable. You got some really dark ones like this almost black here. And it's not super pigmented, but it's pigmented enough to do some contouring and probably line it in a smokier way. And then here's something interesting. These 2 purples that I pointed out, how one's shimmer and one's matte. The shimmer one is actually a little bit darker than the matte one. Yeah, there's the matte one, and there's the shimmery one. So the shimmery one's a little bit darker. There's also this deep gray here. And these are all really smooth, kind of creamy. But not really creamy, but very smooth. Quite blendable. Like I said, I enjoy mine. And you've got some gorgeous highlight colors in here too. I've used this one, which is kind of a creamy, almost, it's like a lighter version of the color next to it over here, this yellowish green, or this greenish yellow here. So it's almost like a much lighter color of that, but it's a nice highlight when you don't want stark white. There's that there. It just has a nice just off-white, slight greenish or goldish hue, as opposed to this one up here, which is a plain white. You can see this one is a lot brighter, a lot more stark than this one. So when you want something really bright, use the white, but if you want something a little more natural, you can use that one. And sometimes I use like this pink, this pale peach here as a highlight. And what did I use today? think I might have used one of these two as a highlight today. But, all in all, this is a pretty nice palette. I mean, they aren't super, super pigmented, but they are quite buildable, and they do go on really nice. And I do recommend this as far as that goes. I just wish I could find out whether or not this particular brand tests on animals. I like how they go on, and I like how they look on the eye, and how well they tend to stay put. But again, I'm not quite sure much. I don't know much about this brand, and I wish I could find out more about it, especially about the animal testing, because as in my last video, I do want to try to lean towards products that are not tested on animals. But I mean, as far as I know, this is a really nice palette. It's really neutral. It's nothing going to be extreme. There aren't going to be any really bright colors. So if you want something much more, more of an impact, more noticeable, this is not the palette for you. But for like an everyday palette, it is very nice. Almost, I think, like I've been using this more than my e.l.f. palette, which is a similar size. I have had a tiny bit of creasing. Nothing, not a whole lot, but like after, you know, like 6 or 7 hours, if you're still out, you may have to do a little bit of a sweep with something like this or your finger to sort of blend out any sort of creasing that might have occurred. But go on nice, build up pretty well, and I mean, pretty good variety for what you get in here. Again, nothing that's going to be super, super dark. Nothing, no straight, super pigmented black, which I'm not into anyway for an eyeshadow. I don't like black eyeshadows for the most part. If I do a smoky eye, I tend to do it more with like browns or blues. Sometimes a gray, not that often. So that's fine for me, but like, if you do like it, maybe this palette and then get a good black eyeshadow, like Wet n Wild or something. Doesn't have to be anything too fancy, but a, you know, nice black eyeshadow to supplement that. But other than that, you've got pretty much everything else. You've got some green hues, you've got some red, pinkish, salmony hues. There's not a lot of blue in here. But there's a great silver here and some grays and some purples. Your Diamond Cosmetic 48 shade eye palette. I'll probably end up doing some tutorials and things using this coming up. So, hope you enjoyed and have a great day. Bye!